That one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. They're going to the air on the first play. Grab down the middle. It's Fleming. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. The shotgun handoff here. Breaks into open space. Who's in the clear? Inside the 20. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State.
All the film work that they've done to get ready for this game, here we are in the opening drive. They see exactly what they thought they might see based on their film work. It pays off, and this back had a ton of space to show you what kind of speed he has.
The kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. It's Terry. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage, but he should have left the ball in the end zone. The offense backed up, beginning this drive near their own end zone. Takes the handoff. It's Lewis. He shreds the tackle. Nowhere to run. The defense swarms him. He'll lose 5 on the play.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Going backwards to open up this drive after the loss, 2nd down and 15. To throw, it's Baker. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a 1st down. Kirk, both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge, the biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined to be into that postseason at the end of the year.
Can he get there on the ground? And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. And then 1st down, right back to the running game. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Makes the catch for a huge gain right near the sideline. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
Now it's second down here. That's a design quarterback keeper. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Looking downfield, it's Baker. He's got it with room to run. Oh, the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Mizzou. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And looking to throw now on first down. That's caught. It's Fleming. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
They'll run this play from the pistol formation. Looking for a gap. It's Edwards. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Pressure is coming. Took contact on the throw. He makes the grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, it's hard to be in man coverage when the quarterback has this kind of time to be able to navigate and find the open man. He finds his receiver pulling away from that defender, makes a nice throw and a first down.
He's got room to run. Has the first down and more. Now here he goes. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Well, this is what this running back brings to the table for this offense. He's always one touch away from a huge play, and here he gets the ball, gets some space, and from there, no one's going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Bringing it out, it's Terry. The returner lost the ball. Recovered with a kicking team now. They'll steal a possession here.
Another example of taking care of the football and how big of a deal this is. Usually it's running backs in practice that are working overtime on ball security. But after this, next week, this returner might be in those drills too. Can't be trusted to return it when you can't hold on to the football.
Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Receivers are bunched together. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. It's an out route, the catch made, and the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Well, that's a nice completion to the sideline with great timing. The connection between the receiver and the quarterback was on full display to be able to get that first down.
Caught behind the line, it's Edwards. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. And it's Kansas State on top now, Kirk. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Quick throw, the catch is made. Touchdown, Kansas State. Still no answer for this offensive machine. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building a lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense is shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Jones. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Missouri offense back out onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. That gain moves the ball out near the 25.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run, you can go to play action, and really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. To the air, it's Baker. He lets it rip. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Out and scooped up. Offense still has it on the run.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. Felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. They've got him. Again, he couldn't escape.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris, is people like to say this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to vary things up and confuse the defense. This time, the defensive line just came right in, expecting the pass, and blew up the play.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. He's looking deep down the middle. The pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Off the play fake on first down. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's now going to bring up 3rd down.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
It's a short completion to the big tight end. Tackle finally made down at the 13-yard line.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Hand off to the back. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And he's got it again. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal. The offense trying to cap a really impressive first half, trying to punch it in here and build on this lead before. Touchdown, Wildcats! This offense is still clicking.
Chris, this guy just continues to find ways into the end zone. Combination of great play calling and outstanding execution. This back is going to be a primary talking point for the opposing defense at halftime.
And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out, it's Jones. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Dropping back, it's Baker. Off target with a throw, incomplete.
Boy, that was a bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. The mechanics were a bit shaky.
Second down after the incompletion. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. The sure hands, it's Lewis. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Bringing pressure. Receiver makes the catch. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Pass complete. It's second down now. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Grab near the sticks. It's Terry. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
Moves out of the pocket. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. It's 1st and goal. To the air, it's Baker. Escaping the pocket, now moving to his right. To the end zone, but incomplete.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly, you got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
So getting nothing on first down makes it 2nd and goal from the 8. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. Trying to run it in, but the defense stops him short of the goal line.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone, but the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
That play sets up a 3rd and goal from the 5 now. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Now that's what I'm talking about. This hasn't been a great first half, but putting up that touchdown like this, now they're going to be feeling good heading into that locker room and get themselves to believe that they can come back and win this game.
So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looks right and lets it fly. Receiver left alone, wide open downfield. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Boy, the tight end here just gets lost in coverage. Quarterback does a good job of kind of working through his progressions. He sees that tight end, his eyes light up, makes a great throw and a big gain for this offense.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left, perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. He's got his man wide open. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. Met kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And they add to their lead. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Wildcats will kick it off to begin the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Terry. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. Eager to get something going as we begin the third quarter. Cut in to this huge lead. Throws to the tight end. He fires this throw and it's intercepted. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that grab.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
First out and more. He's still running. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. And the Wildcats hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. And they'll go right back to him on first down. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Using his legs, it's Scott. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. He's got it right near the end zone. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Chris, give him some credit here. He's fighting to get to that first down, breaks the tackle, just comes up a little bit short of the first down. The
The Wildcats will come to the line on 4th down, hoping to keep this drive going. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Looking for 6, but it's incomplete. The defense makes a 4th down stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that 1st down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the 1st down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
He'll hand it off. He'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go. 2nd down after that run on the previous play.
Well, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. To throw, it's Baker. And that pass is incomplete. No idea who he's trying to throw it to.
Really love what this defense is doing today. They're doing a nice job of taking away any success on early downs, and then it allows their defensive ends and pass rushers to get after the quarterback when they get him to 3rd and long.
Fourth down, he's throwing for it. Caught over the middle, it's Thurman. Breaks a tackle into the clear. Tackle made, but he gets the ball out across the 20-yard line. Good gain.
Bit of a risky decision here to go for it on your own side of the 50, but guess what? They make it work. Keep the sticks moving.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll tackle him at the 27. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense?
That's a really good run by this offense. And, Chris, here they go. Up-tempo offense looking for a 1st down.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the 1st down yardage.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Fourth down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. Looking for a receiver. Quick throw, testing the middle. What a catch! They've got him, but he easily makes the 1st down, and this drive keeps going. This Missouri offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw. It's Baker. The freshman with a little too much air under that one.
Brings up 2nd down.
Now play number 9 on this drive. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. He'll throw it now. Grab down the middle. It's Thurman. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Defense cannot get off the field. The long drive continues. Looking to throw it on 1st down. On the move now. Using his legs on the scramble. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Quick throw to the left side. He's got it near the end zone. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a 1st and goal. A chance to get right back into this football game. It's 1st down and goal. In the red area, it's Lewis. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. 2nd and goal for the offense. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the 4th quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Short kickoff fielded just inside the 25. He's brought down at the 28. That's where the drive will start. Here's the first play of the drive. It started at the 28. Trying to find some room. It's Edwards. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Short completion there, 2nd down coming up. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish.
21.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. And he drops back in the gun. He escapes the pocket. And that's just thrown away. I don't think he's going to get away with that. Yeah, here comes the flag. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Fires it to the wideout. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. And the Wildcats bring their punt team onto the field. Gets the kick away from his own end zone. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. Back to throw. It's Baker. Moves out of the pocket. Gets rid of it on the move. That's Carr. It's Booker. And he'll be brought down. Here comes the up-tempo offense.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing.
Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
He's not going to get the 1st down. It's 4th down now. And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. And he's got it. No problem.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery. And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, shoot some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember, the ball is inbounds, and the clock keeps moving here late in the game, and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to pass here on second down. Looking to scramble. Under pressure, just lets it go. A throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring out third down. Well, this has proven to be a fun one, Kirk. Two teams testing each other, showing their quality, and now who's going to make the push down the stretch and emerge with a huge win?
Boy, Chris, this is a huge opportunity. Still with the game in balance, who's going to be able to secure this victory, not only to prove they're the better team, but to also show the committee they're deserving of getting the upper hand when it comes to decision time late in the year.
They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now fourth down. They keep him off balance with a run. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
They're going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Same tailback, another carry. A quick juke. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
So now it's third and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough fourth down decision? That's a stop behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him for a 3-yard loss.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
So here we go. Down one score. They're going to go for it on fourth down. The final 2 minutes here. This defense trying to hang on. The offense trying to make a play to win it. Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Their last chance here. The receiver grabs it. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield of the 48.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. That's a great example that he's up to it.
Caught inside the red zone and still running. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. First and goal from the 9.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Can they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. It's Baker. Touchdown, Mizzou. This offense cannot be stopped.
What a touchdown by this offense. They're down 1 now, an extra point away from tying this game up with under 2 minutes to go.
And now here comes the point after attempt. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They're going to go with the Wildcat formation and an extra blocker. Let's see what they have in mind here. Direct snap. He gets loose. It's a solid gain out of the Wildcat, but not enough for the first down.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. The quarterback making some changes at the line. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. On the move now. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Oh, he makes the catch!
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Can the offense win it right here? Are we going to overtime? Gonna run it. It's Scott. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Caught on the outside. It's Fleming. And he shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. And the defense calls time here with 23 seconds left. So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Now the delay is called. Offense took a little too much time there. So tie game, 4th quarter. They're going to go for it on this 4th down. Obvious false start there, moving too early. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The Wildcats will have to kick this away. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. Not what he was hoping for. Instead of pinning the offense deep, it's a touchback. Empty set now, 5 wide receivers. Dropping back, it's Baker. He escapes the pocket. Nobody open downfield, he just throws it away. Second and 10 after the incompletion. Let's see what they can create here now to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Rolls right, trying to make something happen. It's a deep shot to the right. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a 1st down.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Moves out of the pocket. Desperation pass falls incomplete. Now we're headed to overtime. Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback still with the football. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Well, if there's a silver lining for the defense, at least this quarterback didn't get out and gash him for a 1st down. But now they've got options coming up here. I wouldn't be surprised to see if they go back to him again.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackled, but 1st down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the 1st down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. It's a run. Running back's got it. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. But you got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Using his legs, it's Lewis. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job. Scanning the field. It's Baker. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down. Well, it's decision time now, Chris. 4th and short coming up, and you know they're thinking about going for this one. Likely looking at that play sheet and finding the go-to play that'll help them pick up this 1st down and keep this drive alive. They're thinking 6 points. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They strike first in OT. Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And now the extra point to make this a 7-point game in overtime. PAT makes it a 7-point lead.
Missouri, 38, Kansas State, 31.
So pressure on this offense. They must answer with a touchdown to stay in this game. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. They can't stop him. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
So needing to reach the end zone to keep this game alive, it's first and goal now. Here's the handoff on first and goal. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. And the Wildcats looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Another handoff to him on second and goal. And it's a touchdown! They're an extra point away from double OT. Or you go for 2 and win it right now.
Well, this is one of the benefits of going second when you get into overtime. Now you know what you're facing. You put a touchdown on the board, you can either send it to another overtime if you kick an extra point, or potentially, hey, let's win the game and go for 2 right here.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So we're still tied now heading into the first play of double overtime. Looking for a gap. It's Scott. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback will throw it off the run pass option. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a first down and goal.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss of the play. Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Makes a quick catch. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position.
Well, that completion gets him a little closer. Quick decisions needed here, especially with third down coming up.
Let's see what the call is on this critical third and goal as he tried to punch it in overtime. Trying to throw for it on third and goal. Defense is coming after him. And the defense closes in quickly to stop him short of the goal line.
The defense here very much aware of the threat of this quarterback's legs. Even in a condensed space inside the red zone, it's a wonderful job to stop him short of the goal line on that third down play.
So here comes the field goal unit out there trying to claim the lead here in OT. Makes it look easy. And with that, they regain the lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So here we go. A touchdown wins the game here, needing at least a field goal to keep things going. They'll run it here. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Offense getting set. It's second down. He hands it to the back. Eludes a tackle. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
So a crucial third down. Can the defense make a stop and force a field goal attempt? Looking to pass. It's Baker. Gets made by the tight end. Tackle made quickly, but the game moves the ball to the 6, first and goal. Now the defense will spend a timeout. No room for mental errors on that side here in overtime. So now it's first down and goal. A great chance to win the game right here. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, it's first and goal. You're thinking about trying to score. You're looking at positive yards, and instead, you're going backwards. That's going to set up a very important second down call here.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. They finally corral him at the 1.
I love to see this by this quarterback. Instead of giving up on the play and just throwing it away or trying to put one into coverage, he just takes off, reminds his defense what he can do with his legs, and almost took it to the house.
So buckle up here. It's third and goal with a chance to punch it in and win the game right now. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, they come up short of the goal line, but you still got to consider going for it here. You could try to punch it in, try to be physical from the 2, but I'm sure they got a handful of two-point conversion plays that they could use here to dial it up. Let's see what they decide to go for.
So how about this gamble on fourth and goal? No field goal try. It's one play to win or lose this game. Scanning the field, it's Baker. Launching one to the end zone. And it's broken up nicely. A defensive stop and a turnover on downs. That's the kind of matchup you hope for, Kirk. This team came in higher ranked, respected. They were fully tested. They had to show how good they were to survive the upset here today.
And I really think that the coaches and the players, they love playing in these kind of games. You really are going to get tested. You find out what you're made out of. And these guys really met the challenge. I'm very, very impressed with the execution and how they played this game. And now they go to the next step.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.